Hi, wrestling fans. Thanks for clicking today's Dreaded Rose report. After Raw went off last night in Newark, New Jersey, the babyface superstars gained the upper hand and cleared the ring of The Shield and Big Show. According to Ziggler, he was left alone and got shell-shocked from RYBACK, and then bro-kicked from Sheamus, and Daniel Bryan hit a flying headbutt. Kane choke-slammed him. Cena ended it with the attitude adjustment and should have been broken in half as he went home with Vicky. Hey, WWE announced prior to last night's Raw that the 2012 SLAMMY Awards will be airing live on next week's show. I don't know if it's going to be starting at 8 o'clock or the 9 o'clock hour, but on USA. And for the first time ever, the fans are going to be determined the winners of each SLAMMY exclusively via the WWE app and WWE's second screen experience, WWE Active. Alright, you could choose on the categories of Superstar of the Year, Breakout Star of the Year, Trend. I would say Breakout Star of the Year is going to be a cinch on that. Trending Now Award, Hashtag of the Year. Comeback of the Year, Kiss of the... Well, now there could be two. The same winner could be on both of them. Comeback of the Year, too. Kiss of the Year. Tell me I didn't just see that. The most shocking moment of the year. LOL moment of the year. And match of the year. Hey, if you want to answer any of those on the comments, go ahead. I'm kind of interested to see what you guys think. Wade Barrett's currently featured on Superstar Spotlight on their website. That's Max. Former WWE superstar X-Pac, he tweeted the following to Titus O'Neil and Darren Young this morning. He says, I was asked in an interview last night who my guys to keep an eye out on is. He said, you were on the short list. Add Ronnie of MTV's Jersey Shore to the list of celebrities who was in attendance last night at Raw in Newark. And we noted earlier last week that Mick Foley revealed a WWE superstar asked him permission to use one of his signature moves. Foley is headed to SmackDown tonight to pass on the move. Foley tweeted heading to SmackDown in Bridgeport for tomorrow. Well, today now. Specifically to pass an iconic Foley offensive move down to the current WWE superstar. Well, he surely is not going to be giving up Sacco or something. I can't think of what other move he had. WWE Insider confirms that there was some kind of an injury to Randy Orton's wrist, which I told you about, attributed to the Troops taping on Sunday. No word yet on the severity of the injury, but this is why Orton wasn't at Raw last night. And Orton's advertised for tonight's SmackDown taping, but we should know later, maybe this, after the taping's over, how severe it is, unless he's all right. As noted, WWE officials are still planning to do a RYBACK versus Punk for the WWE title, and up to date, this match is currently scheduled for January 14th, Raw, Toyota Center, Houston, Texas. WWE is going to be celebrating 20 anniversary that night, so they're giving RYBACK and Punk the big stage that night. Yeah, I know. I'm talking again anyway. And on Twitter, The Rock was asked if there's any real life heat between he and Punk. He says, of course not, my friend. I love Philip, and he loves me. Anyway, Rey Mysterio, who's been given some time off for personal reasons, was spotted on Sunday at an NFL game between the San Diego Chargers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Rey, by the way, turns 38 years old, to believe today. No word yet when he's going to be returning, but he still is not advertised for any upcoming events, except for TLC. The Santa's Helper #1 Contenders DIVA Battle Royal will air before Sunday's TLC pay-per-view. Will also air on WWE's website and their Facebook page, not just YouTube. Diva's featured match features, the whole match is featuring AJ Lee, Caitlyn, Rosa Mendez, Alicia Fox, Layla, Tamina Snuka, Natalia, and Oksana. Hey, Ryback tweeted after last night's Raw. He said, "Rybackers, I feel off your energy, or I feed off your energy, my fault. And TLC, I feed on 3. More is never enough. Feed me more." After Brad Maddox, which got fired, and all at once he's back again. He pulled a screw job on the finish on AJ Lee in her Raw match against Vicky this week. WWE is a new poll up asking fans, how should Vince McMahon respond to Maddox doing that again? Well, the options are to make him wrestle John Cena, or to fire just Vicky, or make Maddox wrestle Vince for a shot at another WWE title. We all think the latter, don't we? Not a ladder match, but the later ladder. Anyway, AJ Lee tweeted last night after Raw. She says that New Jersey screw job. John Cena replied and commented on the Shield. He says, "I would have called it a New Jersey intimate time, but to each their own." Anyway, he says non-intimate affairs. WWE still horse gets some downtime this mass. See you in Wilkins B on Saturday. May tout some hashtag. It says snatch tomorrow. I don't know what that means. Anyways, I guess I don't know. Anyway, it appears that if I've just inherited some beef from the Shield, well, said it's time to. We'll see, what they're made out of. Signing off, he said. I hate that when you got to read between the lines. I'm reading on the lines right now. Hey, Cosmopolitan Magazine, Twitter. That's probably why it sounds so bad reading. Of course, it's the first time I've read it. Cosmopolitan Magazine set on Twitter account noted Monday that WWE Divas Eve Torres will be in their offices to school them on ass kicking. Apparently, Eve will be featured on an upcoming issue on Cosmo. There's concern over the number of tickets sold at the TLC pay-per-view at Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. WWE's first show at the new arena, and the feeling is they will likely sell out maybe the day of the show, they hope. I don't know why it would be so, well, of course, everybody's hurting for money. The Shield's big boy. Anyway, quit. The Shield said, "The shadows are ours and soon shall be the light. We are the ones who make the wrongs right." Well, sounds like Dr. Seuss. WWE DVD News reports that WWE is reaching out to British wrestlers in an attempt to get footage of the World of Sports era match with Bret Hart versus Marty Jones. WWE wants the match to appear on the Hart's Dungeon Collection DVDs that's going to be coming out next year. Might be interesting. Tonight's WWE SmackDown main event, Saturday morning Slam taping, is going to be taking place at the Webster Bank Arena, Harbor Yard, Bridgeport, Connecticut. Confirmed for the main events, Del Rio taking on Ryback, which I'm going to have to watch that, I guess, Wednesday. And no matches yet been announced for the Go Home episode of SmackDown, but WWE is teasing the Shield's going to be appearing. Big Show taking on Sheamus and Randy Orton taking on Del Rio, advertised locally. And Drew McIntyre commented after Raw. He said, due to circumstances beyond 3MB control, the State of the Union of WWE address has been slightly put back, I guess. He said, we apologize, and it was an unavoidable circumstance. Jim Ross says the big brawl at the end of last night's Raw reminded him of the good old days. And loved the final few minutes of Raw last night. It's a chaotic conclusion, multiple madness painted in a nice picture. Reminded me again of the good old days. And the band Gaslight Anthem, they were in attendance last night at Raw from Newark. The Machine, Jesse Green from National Geo American Chainsaw Program was also backstage. I must be getting old. Don't know anything about Gaslight Anthem and the Machine. I know Chainsaw. Anyway, WWE Top 100 Moments in Raw History DVD and Blu-ray hits the stores today. Get it. Zack Ryder's dad and friend, the Big O, were sitting at ringside last night. Cody Rhodes returned earlier than expected from the injury during last night's Raw. He tweeted, 2 muscle tears, 1 blown AC joint, which a lot of people blow joints. It's no big deal there, but I guess he's talking about his extremity. 25 days later, healed. Rather miraculously. Just started. Road to the future, he says. Anyway, Zack Ryder on Superstar's website, too, on today. All right, Amsterdam Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame announced their class of 2013, which I didn't know there was an Amsterdam Pro Wrestling. Sandor Zagbo, Dick Scheike, Cowboy Bill Watts, Baron Von Raschke, The Assassin, Dick Murdoch, Tito Santana, J.J. Dillon, Joyce Grable, and El Santo. The ceremony takes place May 18th, Johnstown, New York. And as noted before, JBL and Michael Cole, they've been going to be making a big announcement later this week about their taping of the JBL Cole show from Sunday's TLC. And apparently an announcement has to do with bands appearing at the show. I hope they ain't going to sing. Lillian Garcia tweeted last night following 1 year since her return to WWE, said it's been a year since I returned to the WWE, became an announcer to SmackDown. Thank you all for the love and support that you've shown me. And TNA will tape their other half of the December 20th and then the December 27th episode of Impact from Orlando State. We'll have some spoilers later. And TNA released a 9-track EP of Jeff Hardy's titled Similar Creatures on their shop website, I guess. All 9 songs are the original track from Hardy, including the theme song. TNA added Kenny King to their roster page. And the Masked Man who teamed with Doc and Diva as a part of Aces and Eights in TNA's Final Resolution pay-per-view were Mike Knox, remember him with the big old thick beard, and local independent wrestler J.C. McDoyle. Knox is going to be a part of the group when he's revealed, but old Doyle isn't expected to be a full-time member. The final segment of the pay-per-view, D'Lo Brown played one of the Masked Men. They should have known when he came out cracking his neck. The announced team for Sunday's TLC, of course, is Cole, Jerry Lawler, and JBL. Mark Henry tweeted the following on Monday. Says, what's up? Yeah, it's me, still alive. I'm pushing to come back, but don't mean it's going to be happening soon. The Shield pissed me off last night. Ass kicking is my job. So it tells me he may be coming back as a face for a while. He usually does whenever people come back, after a long time off. Because we're glad to see him. Jericho came back, didn't say a word for about 3 weeks. We were glad to see him, and he didn't even talk. And then all at once he talked too much. We'll see him to quit. Hey, thanks for clicking, you guys. Get out, Max. I got to turn that camera off. I got to go.